Welcome to a special edition of the 1 Foot Drive podcast. It's Friday night of a major, the U.S. Open at Oakmont.
Yeah, boy.
Let's go. Mike Szabo, Andy Duvall, Tony Iannone back at you. Gentlemen, how you doing this evening?
Very good. Living the dream. Living the dream.
Yeah, doing good.
Friday night pod, you kidding me? I'm loving it.
That's it. So this major so far started out like, maybe they're going to take it deep. And then today the course kind of corrected it a little bit. They started giving them back, except for one guy, Burns, who's in the lead. He went 5 deep today. He's 3 under for the tournament, leading. You got JJ Spawn +2 today, so he's -2 for the tourney. Hovland out of nowhere. He's a little -1. Adam Scott, the old timer, even. Mr. Maxfly Golf Ball Griffin is at even par as well. That's our leaderboard, gents.
Love it.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts about the course, the players? Duvall, what kind of
first
insight
and foremost, Maxfly back on the grid. Let's give
go.
that a little bit of props.
Love that.
I mean,
Yes.
I can't remember the Maxfly. There was some Maxfly ball I used to play, and I can't remember the name of it.
I'll bring it for the next pod. I'll hold it up right there for you. It's the Maxfly Revolution.
That's what it was, the Maxfly Revolution.
That ball was when I started playing, that ball was epic. I think Greg Norman, back in his days, he played the Maxfly like gold HT. It had the liquid center, and it would spin off the greens. It was a wild, crazy ball. Yes, Maxfly had some decent balls back then.
Maxfly, unbelievable. Well, good for them.
They got a horse.
The last guy on the planet that you thought was going to bring a name of a golf ball back, but he's done it, and he's doing it very well. So good for him. Good for them.
Yeah, pretty much for anyone my age or younger, Maxfly is just like ammo. And now it's like, what? This guy just won a PGA Tour event with a Maxfly? Like, that blows my mind.
They were like shag bag balls for you.
Yeah. Oh my God. Worse.
So
like driving range. Like, just bricks. The top, like top rock level, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a good first couple of days. I sent you guys a message early Thursday morning. I was not very happy with the start and all the guys that were coming on. They had like three or four, just guys who are in the industry and who are doing some of this and some of that, commentating and writing articles and everything. And they were like, oh yeah, it's perfect out here and the golf course is a little soft and blah, blah. And I was just like, I used a couple of choice words for you guys. I was a little ticked, but I'm glad to see that, this is going to kind of it's making its way back down towards even par. It's been a fun couple of days to watch golf and see some guys struggle and see some great shots. Guys are able to use the contours of the green, like we talked about, to to get it close, to hole some shots. A couple of the holes that are risk reward, you're seeing 2s and you're seeing 7s. And that's, to me, like, that's a great golf hole. That's a great golf course setup. And, the USGA is doing what they said that they were going to do. And Oakmont's holding up through 36 holes pretty darn well, in my opinion. So
for sure.
Tony, what you got, my man?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that's very well said. I think, Thursday was kind of like, what the heck, a little shock to the system. Are we gonna go low here? Is this gonna be like, and then it's like JJ Spawn, and where did he? It's like the players all over again, and no, it looks awesome. I saw on Instagram there was like somebody put a picture of, I forget what hole it was, but the tee shot from one of the par 3s with like from like 70 whenever they hosted it in the 70s, and there's tree lined everywhere and there's people, but all you can see is trees, and then the shot of today's coverage, and it's just like wide open. You can see the whole golf course, and it's like, wow. and that story you told about them going overnight and cutting down trees, and that is drastic.
Yeah,
Drastic.
you can really see it. I saw it on Instagram too. There's like from 70 to like '06 or whenever it was, and then now, like there are T-balls that are, you can see the clubhouse in the background all the way down at the bottom from some of these T-balls where like all that they were doing was hitting it into a row of trees.
Yeah.
So I mean it's pretty impressive the amount of trees that they removed and just the way it looks now.
And yeah, it's playing hard as ever, and like you said, there's been some really awesome shots and some brutal shots. How about P. Reed with the Albie? Did you guys see that?
No. Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
oh my god, unbelievable shot! Yeah,
number 4 maybe.
I think that's right. I think that's right.
Yeah, I think he ended up knocking it in on 4, and it was a perfect golf shot.
Oh, it was gorgeous.
I mean, honestly, it went in putt speed like left center.
Yeah,
there was no doubt about it. 2 or 3 feet away. So
yeah, made a beautiful pass at a fairway wood, and that thing double broke on the green and just center cut. It was sick. It's very cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll have to catch that one. Yeah, I had watching some coverage. The course looks amazing. We had a couple members that were down there yesterday. Talked to them. They said the rough is just absolutely ridiculous. It's fantastic. In the shocker, also, I just got off the phone with Shiro. Him and Freezer went down to walk around, and he said that how fast the greens were, like in person, to see how fast the ball was rolling was really amazing. And then he said just the property itself, he said you could stand almost anywhere and see 12 flags, like 12 different holes almost. And it was, and he said the surprising part, because I've never been there myself, I'm from PA, but that's one of the few places I haven't played. And he said just the undulation, the up and down, the contours, like the TV doesn't do it justice. There's just a ton of, what I would call typical Pennsylvania golf. You're on the side of a hill. You never have a flat lie. You're always uphill, downhill, side hill, or a combination of those things. And it looks like it was playing really cool. So I look forward. There's a few more members that are going down that were down there today, and some heading down tomorrow. So I look to hear all the good stories coming back. I know he said just trying to stay out of the way of Scheffler's crowd was tricky. He said the mass following behind Scheffler's group was Tiger-esque. Like just the amount of people following him was pretty wild. So he said it was kind of tricky navigating because you wanted to get ahead of them because if you want to go somewhere, you can't cut through 10,000 people trying to watch a golf shot. So
right.
That would be pretty cool to see as well. But
I didn't realize he has that kind of following.
I guess now he does. I mean, the guy's won everything. Right?
That's wild. Yeah, I guess.
mean, he's still. Anybody want to take a guess on what his odds are at T23 right now?
Is he the favorite?
Plus, no, I think Rahm was the favorite going into today after last night's round. He was like plus 750 heading into today. I would say if Scheffler's on the board, he's probably at 9-1. He's probably a plus 900.
750.
Ooh, wow.
And the top 3 guys who are under par, and Scheffler's 7 shots back. If I'm not mistaken. No, he might be 6. Where is he? Yeah, he's at plus 4. These guys are 330 for Sam Burns, 700 for Spawn, and 550 for Hovland. and there's, I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, man, everybody else between that and him are like 12,000, 6,500, 2,200.
Sure.
Like, I mean, Adam Scott's 1,800.
I mean,
even par.
He's 3 off the lead.
That's probably a great pick to be. If you want good value, that's probably a phenomenal value right there.
Maybe get a cash out tomorrow night. Yeah.
Yeah, be a 3 off the lead. I mean, you've got Ben Griffin at 1100 at plus 1100 and Adam Scott at plus 1800, and Adam Scott's a multiple major winner, or maybe what did he win? Just the Masters, so maybe
Players.
just one. Yeah, so he's won the Players and the
I
Masters.
mean, yeah,
Like, come on,
that's
like
that's tremendous value for sure.
yeah. So, my boy Russell Henley plus 2800.
How about that? How about that? The
on,
only guy in the top 10 in the world in the top 10.
Yeah, it's wild, right? And you asked me on Monday if he was in the top 10.
I am shocked.
What?
I am still shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
I mean, it was funny. Like, I had this thought about, like, I'm sure kids growing up nowadays, like, they should be, they're like, I want to be like Scotty Scheffler, right? Like, pound the ball, work it both ways. When in reality, most of us should be thinking, like, how do I be like Russell Henley?
Yeah, you have no idea. He just gets it done. He's just quiet.
Guy hits a fade every time, puts the lights out. Like, that's...
Takes out half the golf course.
Takes out half the golf course.
That's what you have to do. I mean, it's all about missing one way.
Miss it one way.
You guys, interesting. I saw this as I was sitting watching late. We had the TV like down, all the sound or whatever, and Scotty was on the range with his coach and Ted Scott. And like Scotty's hat's on sideways, like halfway out, and he's just over here
flustered.
Yeah, he's just like he's hitting a shot and making a swing, and he's just like, and then his coach is like swinging the club up and like holding it here, and Scotty's just turning around and giving the old like he was just
you don't know what you're talking
livid.
about.
Yeah, he was livid on the range. So I'm interested because like sometimes after like the frustrating round, you kind of go have that conversation with your coach and you kind of get it all out and you just this isn't working or this is feeling this and you just kind of let out all the emotion, right? He's obviously frustrated. He's obviously this, but you get out all that excess emotion. And he hit some good shots middle late of his round. So like, obviously you're never counting him out. I mean, he's made the cut. He's got an opportunity to do whatever. He can, he can pull some Johnny Miller stuff and shoot 63 or something. But I'm going to be interested to watch him for tomorrow if things kind of get off to a shaky start, because he hit a couple of drives today late that were dead striped down the middle. And he was like holding pose watching them. Where if you watch him play a few of his rounds where he was like leading and he was in contention to winning, like he would basically hit a tee ball and he was picking his tee up. Like it was almost like, oh, I'm just gonna turn and go.
Do you think that's more of just like Oakmont being
that's what I was
you can
say.
hit a good shot and get the bad break?
I was looking at it one of two ways, right? That way, or he's just not hitting it great, that he wants to take the whole entire shot in and try to gain as much energy from a good shot as he can and like hold the pose and see it land and it's in the fairway and he's good to go. You know what I mean? There's obviously some doubt or some question in his mind with his golf swing or what he feels. And that's obviously, bigger at Oakmont with how precise you have to be. But like you're talking about the number one player in the world that's beat everybody up or been there. And like when he's hitting a good one, he knows he hits a good one, So like some other golf course, he just kind of snags the tee or like he just kind of turns and he's like, yeah, that's good. I'm just going to kind of go. Maybe that, that doubt is creeping into where he just wants to see it or it's a mental thing. You never know if these guys like elite players, they're trying to find any visual and get any great mental picture that they can. So maybe he's just trying to snap some Polaroids to have it for tonight. But sure. I'm not sure. It just kind of caught my attention. It was one of those things that caught my attention.
That's interesting.
So yeah, it was. But I mean, Brooksy said he got into an argument with his coach earlier in the week. Or whatever with that.
Yeah, it wasn't an argument. He said he got chewed out.
Oh, that's okay. That's what it was. So
yeah,
his coach let him have it.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. after you had said about the coach getting into you a little bit. I don't know if you caught his interview yesterday.
A little bit. I didn't get to see it.
Super good interview post round. I mean, love him or hate him, Brooksy tells you what he's thinking, doesn't hold back, gives zero shits. And, he attributed a lot of his success to not having a bunch of yes men in his camp.
Right.
And in his words, starting to talk third person, when Brooks isn't being Brooks, I got to have somebody tell me that I'm not Brooks anymore. Yeah. And he goes, I got the message. So that was pretty cool to hear, right?
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, if you can have somebody in your camp that's able to do that, and you're, I think that comes a lot on Brooks, right? Like a lot of people probably aren't able to hear that. I mean, that's another elite trait to have for an athlete, that like you trust your coach, you trust what you have, that like somebody can just kind of lace into you and be like, listen, bud, like pull it out, figure it out, and let's do what we do. Because I'm sure there's plenty of coaches, there's plenty of caddies, there's plenty of, all of that are sitting there going, man, I don't want to do that because I don't want to lose my job.
For sure.
I don't want to lose my bag. Yeah, I don't want to lose the bag.
I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. So good on. I mean, he's got an elite coach. That guy knows what he's doing. It's kind of a Butch Harmon type of situation that would sit down and talk Tiger and Ricky and all those guys. So, good for him. I like that. I'm actually happy, too, that he just sat down in those situations when he probably wasn't super happy. I mean, he played all right. He shot 2 under, which is a great round. But, I'm just happy he sat down with the media. To be honest with you, like there's some guys that are starting to kind of veer away from the media. He's a live guy, he's kind of taking it on himself. He's talking to the media. There's a couple of big PGA Tour, mouths that have decided to take a step away and not go in there. So, mental midgets are mental midgets, and that's just how it works. But
yes, it does.
We'll see moving forward.
It's interesting too because he was the one who was like, didn't he want to go back too?
I think he does. There's a lot of talk. He's always playing with those boys. He's always, majors. He's playing practice rounds and stuff. He's not always playing with like live guys from what I gather. But
I love when he's in the mix.
That's why you pick him.
I love the way he plays golf, man.
I agree.
Yeah.
I've added, during the conversation, I kind of chuckled and I wrote down, we got the spade of a spade counter, and I'm going to start. Tony now has a counter.
Oh,
quintessential.
That is exactly what I was thinking, Mike.
Yep, I got it written down. We got a quintessential counter for Tony. I know, and he's
love that.
He leans on that word at least 3 or 4 times an episode. I am going to make it a New Year's resolution to look up what that word means, so I know what he's talking about when he uses it. So that'll be my homework for the next podcast: is what does quintessential mean? Because he always says it, and I'm like, oh, wow, that's a big word. I wonder what it means.
First pod of 2026, we give Mike a vocabulary lesson.
Yes.
Or quiz.
We'll buy him a vocabulary for Christmas.
That'd be great, because I ain't not know English. So
only the Q encyclopedia edition.
I like it. So back to the Open, boys.
Yeah.
Right now, -3 is leading. Burns been playing well. Spawn, everybody in America, I'll speak for him. Everybody wants JJ Spawn to shoot 80 and just be off their TV tomorrow.
That is not true.
I gotta
text
very
buddy. Nobody wants to see JJ Spawn kind of half smiling his way around the course with no personality. No.
Wow.
It's just he's out.
I like
shoot
that.
80, get off early.
Get it over with.
Avoid the rain. Hovland, there's a story.
You know how in video games they'll put in they call them bots for they're like pretty much just computers for you to kill. Somebody texted me, they're like, JJ Spawn's just like an AI bot that they just put them in so we lose our bets. Like, what is this? This is bullshit.
Yeah, I
mean, funny. So my question to you guys is, we got Brooks at +2, Rahm at +4, Scotty at +4. How far back can somebody come and still win this thing? What do you think someone's got to shoot tomorrow to put themselves within reach? I mean, the last day you could probably think of what you're going to pick up 3 or 4 on a guy. So if you're going to pick up 3 or 4 on a guy, you could probably pick up more.
You can pick up 8.
Sure.
You can pick up 8.
So what do you think? How far back? What's still in it right now? The cut was +7. I don't think any
Burns
+7
shot
has a
what
chance.
today?
He shot 5 under. So he should probably recourse back. You're not going to back up, 65 at the Open. Not at Oakmont anyway.
No.
I think anybody.
I would take that bet.
I think anybody that made the cut.
Really? You think +7 has a chance?
I think that. Now listen, we're talking about one guy, right? We're talking about like one guy, 2 guys, 3 guys, one at like +5, 6, 7 that may have a chance, that plays well, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm still sticking. What did I stick with? Did I go with +2 or +3
you
for
had
the week?
+2. You had +2.
I still think +2 or 3 is going to be a winning score.
No way.
It's going to rain both days on Saturday and Sunday. It's
makes it easier.
Supposed to be windier.
Makes it easier.
If you start missing fairways out there and you start doing some things, guys, listen.
The fairways are about to get wider.
There were 11,
if it gets wet, the fairways go whoop.
There were 11 guys. There were 13 guys under par on the easiest point in the golf course, and that was Thursday morning flight.
Yep, that was the most receptive the course was playing, which it could turn back into that.
Correct, with perfect 75 to 80 degree weather, no wind, playing in a dome. Okay? There are now 3 guys under par, 1 guy who went absolutely nuts, and then 2 other guys that are just kind of like trying to keep their trousers on. All right? Here's the thing.
Come on.
Adam Scott shot 70-70. Ben Griffin shot 69-71. Like, you're talking about some of these guys like Tristan Lawrence shot 67. He's going to shoot whatever. Like, Sam Burns shot 72-65. If it starts raining, if it's windy, and things get a little dicey when it comes to a Saturday, Sunday at the U.S. Open, you're talking about 3 individuals. There have been 1,300 and some odd players at Oakmont in the U.S. Opens. 27 guys have finished under par in all of those. That's 2%. We now have 3 guys under par in a 156-man field. So what is that? 1.5%? 2%? Right on the number? No, is that wrong? 100 would be 2%, 150. So 3, we're literally looking at like 1% of guys. So we're at almost 2% at even par or better. If the conditions get dicey and they do the things that they're going to do and they can't drive it up to that par 4, they can't do the things that they need to do because it's not as warm, it's not as susceptible to scoring. There is going to be some absolute carnage that I wanted on the weekend. Absolute carnage.
All right. So
how windy is it supposed to get?
Like 10 miles an hour.
Throw 10 to 15 in there.
That's nothing.
That's easy.
That's
all
nothing.
Right.
All right, Tony. So Andy.
Course.
All right, Tony, you have your chance. So Andy says everybody has a chance to a +7. What do you think, Tony? How far can somebody come back right now? What's your number?
I mean, Scheffler's at +4.
Yep.
I think that's probably right there. You go out and shoot 65 tomorrow. Get yourself under par.
Even. You'd be even.
Even.
No, you would be 1 under.
You'd be 1
My
under.
bad.
1 under,
my
right?
bad.
Yeah.
1 under, yep.
What do you think's winning?
And I think the lead moves maybe to 5 or 6 tomorrow.
Who's shooting 5 to 6 under par?
No, I'm saying one of the leaders is going to shoot a couple under.
So you're saying Burns is going to shoot 2 under and be at 5 for the tourney?
Something like that.
Because JJ's, he'd have to shoot 3 under. Hovland would have to shoot 4 under. And
Adam Scott
and Griffin would
under.
have to, they'd have to shoot the lowest round of the week again.
Yeah.
Which, if they set up Saturday for moving day, the USGA has been known to do that.
That's what.
Easier pins, push the tees up.
Correct.
try to bring some more people in to sell sponsorships for the last day. So
Yep.
Oakmont Country Club is not allowing that.
They don't have a choice. They don't set the course up. The USGA does.
yeah, they got a lot of influence. That's why the greens are at a 14.
Sure,
I
but
get it. I understand. But if you think 500's, listen, if 500's leading after tomorrow, I'm willing to do some stuff.
Oh,
yeah, I'm
yeah.
willing to do some stuff.
Emergency Saturday podcast.
It's gonna be bad, but like I'm willing to put a lot on there. That there's, I mean,
All right.
all right. What do you think, Mike?
I liked your number. I think 5. I think somebody at 5 still has a chance because I think
okay.
I
They meant
originally
5
had
under.
I originally had 8 under as the winning score, and I was going back between 5 and 8. I think 5 you still have a chance at it being 5 under for the victor, but guys would really have to start moving. I mean, I really think the winner of this tournament is going to come from +2 or better.
Yeah.
That's just my thought. I think Scotty has maybe shot himself out unless everybody in the lead just blows up and pukes and comes backwards.
Okay, so
I think
so
+2 or better. I think that's
so-
your top 10.
So on that note, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys think the winning score is going to be -5 or better, right?
I'm
Not
going to say
better.
3 to 5.
Somewhere in there, though.
3 to 5 I have.
Yeah.
I was at
So-
8. I was in between 8 and 5. I
I
like
hate to
5
be this
again.
vague, but I think I'm
Yeah.
thinking 4 to
3
7.
to 5.
4 to 7.
So
Three
you're
to
gonna
5.
just get in your typical range. I get it.
Still under par. I still got under par winning. Put it
sure.
that way. I
For
think
sure.
I think
Okay.
the champion will be under par.
Yeah.
Yes.
Under par, which is
For their
like,
total.
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
still have the champion being over par.
I do.
So,
yeah, I do.
Yes. So
I-
we're kind of on both sides of the coin there.
I'm going to just continue to go with the trend of what Oakmont Country Club does and what they're doing is that from Thursday morning, there was 13 guys under par. By Thursday night, there were like 9 or 10. By Friday morning, there was 6 or 7. And by Friday afternoon, in the best conditions they're going to get, there's 3 guys under par, and 1 guy shot the lowest round of the golf tournament. The other 2 guys, Victor can go this way. JJ Spahn, we've watched him just absolutely flutter around. And then you have Ben Griffin, who's never won a major, and Adam Scott, great player, 40 some odd years old, can literally have 47 putts tomorrow. I mean, he could have 47 putts tomorrow. So, I mean,
You're just willing the carnage into existence.
Yeah, he's just wishing it
Some-
is.
He's just,
Sometimes
he's
you have
just
to do it.
willing it
For
into
it.
Sometimes you have to do
existence. No,
I mean,
no chance.
I'm just okay. All right.
10-mile-an-hour wind on a soft golf course. I mean,
All right. So let's just go ahead and do it, boys. What's the low round tomorrow? What's leading after tomorrow? What's your number? Duval, what do you got? What is the leader of the golf tournament? Not what they shoot tomorrow. What is the leading number tomorrow?
I'm going to go with 1 under par.
wow,
Tony?
5 under.
Nice. I'm going to go to even.
Wow,
I almost took even, but all right,
I'm going to even, but the champion will be under par by the end. So that it'll be a log jam. It'll be the excitement to sell advertising and get Brando all excited about how many people have a chance. And then you'll have 2 or 3 guys pull away on Sunday. And
So
eventually 3 or 4 under will win. Somebody will shoot 66 Sunday and win. That's what I got.
66 on Sunday at Oakmont and win.
Yeah, that's 4 under. Yes, sir. That's what I got.
These
guys are good. These guys are good, man.
I will take the over.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take the over for
All right.
a lot. for a lot.
I love it.
That's two guys. Two guys have shot. There's a total of like 4 guys that have shot 3 under or better in the best conditions you're going to get with no pressure.
You keep saying that's the best conditions you're going to get, and
not.
I argue that tremendously.
It's not going to be.
If they get the rain
too.
that they're supposed to get, it's just going to be point and shoot for a lot of these guys. And the undulations aren't going to matter when you hit it to 6 feet.
I totally get it. I don't. Yeah,
Someone's going to be dialed. Someone's going to be dialed. That's all I'm saying. If not a few.
And all of America hopes it's not JJ's spot.
Yeah,
so
right.
Moving on.
Exactly.
So next topic.
Next topic.
All right.
We beat that one up. Big names to miss the cut, gentlemen. With majors comes disappointment. I'll read off some of the ones that I saw, and if you guys have anything to add to it. Auberg, Wyndham Clark, U.S. Open champion. DJ, U.S. Open champion. Neiman, Mr. Liv is gone. Bryson, everybody loves some Bryson. No one more than me. He's missed a cut. JT, Lowry was plus 17. Justin Rose plus 14. And Mickelson. Come on, Mick. You go double-double to miss it by 1.
For Phil. Do you think this is his last Open?
No, absolutely not.
They said his exempt status.
Oh, he's done?
He's done?
Then probably. Yeah.
They'll give him a special exemption.
You think so?
Yeah. For all he's done for the game, all the almosts, they'll give him his farewell tour. And where is it next year? Is it Pebble next year?
I have no idea.
I'd have to look that up.
It depends where it is. Mickelson will go out. They'll give him his champion's farewell. That's for sure. And they'll let him pick what course it is. If it's going to be Pebble or Wingfoot or one of the places he blew it, you can go back.
You don't think he'll go through local qualifying?
It is. It's Shinnecock next year.
Is it?
They got to give him an exemption back there, right? After just whapping it all over the course.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that's just... they got to give him...
I saw What's in the Bag with Phil. You should have seen this lob wedge, man. This thing was insane. It looks.
Is there no bounce?
There's no bounce. There's about 4 degrees of offset. It looks like
alien
the Ping
sandwich.
I2 blade.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's a full face, so it's like grooves all the way to the end. It's the ugliest thing. He's got about 4 pounds of lead tape on the back. Oh my god, this thing. Frankenstein.
I got a question about that. I know we're kind of getting off topic here, but I have a question about this because I'm not very good with the whole lead tape thing and all that.
Yeah.
There are so many guys that have... I played for a while, whatever. I was never that in tune with trying to manipulate the way the heads and everything were playing. You know what I mean? Like like you watch these guys that have lead tape top, lead tape bottom. They have it a little bit on the toe. They've got these weird setups with all of these things. That never even like crossed my mind when it came to some of these spots. Like why you would be putting it here, there, and the next thing. Like, let me rephrase that. I understand why they're using lead tape in certain spots, but like I had never taken clubs and hit balls and been like, man, I need a half a piece of lead tape, like, 3/4 of the way off the toe. Like I've never been that way. And like you talk about like, Phil and some of these guys, like they have some weird stuff. Like Bubba Watson used to have a bunch of like extra grip underneath his left hand or whatever, his lower hand than he did on the top or, something to that extent. I mean, have you guys ever really like messed around with anything like that? Like I've gone to jumbo grips, but like outside of that, like I have a couple of wraps underneath and there's some big grips, but like, I'm trying to keep it normal. So
I love lead tape. I love lead tape. Yeah. I'm a lead tape junkie.
I mean,
I think the way the club feels is so important to like your tempo and your timing and stuff.
That's. Can you feel it?
Absolutely.
Interesting.
I mean, like when you put lead tape, not only can you feel it, it's going to change the closure rate, so your misses change and things like that. But there's a lot of science behind it.
I guess
Interesting.
like where are you putting it? Like when you do that, like if you have somebody like Phil that's putting something on that and they're
Yeah.
he's got lead tape on a 64-degree
Yeah.
wedge that's no bounce. Obviously he's trying to make sure that he can hit it as high as soft and he can kind of like deaden it as quick as possible, right? But like if you're hitting
Actually, no. Most
the other way?
Yeah, most of the guys on tour with lead tape on their wedges put it on the top. This way, it's easier to flight down.
Okay.
Changes CG on the club.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, I get that.
And like for drivers and stuff, they'll use lead tape just as a placeholder, and they'll dial in like the perimeter weighting for a player can be different from player to player because of their closure rate and how they release the club. And
Wow,
so
that's interesting.
you can like create like if somebody's a slicer, you can create a club that closes faster for them. If somebody's a hooker, you can slow down that toe closure rate with some lead tape out there. And then what they do is you don't see it on the drivers now on tour, because then once they have the lead tape placed, they'll go into the truck and put glue on the inside, and the glue will set in the place that the tape was.
If they want it.
Yes.
So here's a good question for you. We've played together a bunch, right? So I have the TaylorMade driver. I've got that, whatever. So I obviously spin it a little too much. Like it could be shaft, it could be head, like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But if I was looking to try to get a little bit more of a more penetrating ball flight and cutting it down, would putting lead tape on the top of my driver do that?
Maybe. Never,
because then it would kind of take.
I don't know if lead tape does anything with spin.
Yeah,
but as far as you want to take the RPMs down, maybe you can move the CG forward in the face.
Yeah,
and like if the CG is too far back, you might be able to move the CG forward in the face, which may take some spin off. Then that was that TaylorMade driver. Then Callaway had one where they had the CG all the way up front.
Yes,
and it was like a knuckleball.
Yes,
so you might be able to do the lead tape in a fashion that moves it way up front.
How would I do that?
Just
like if I was
actually, it's funny. Phil had lead tape right in the bottom, in the middle, all the way as close to the face as you can on the bottom.
Okay, cool. Okay, all right. I didn't want to go crazy, but I was very interested because like I've seen a lot of guys that like use lead tape. I've seen, and I understand like the toe and the heel. Like they make TaylorMade drivers, they make Titleist drivers. Like I understand like putting things in and doing all that stuff, but like using lead tape for, if I was Phil and I had a 64-degree wedge,
and here's
like I feel.
Well, here's the biggest thing too. Like when you put lead tape on, you're making a heavier hammer.
Okay.
So that your ball is going to fly straighter. You're increasing the MOI.
Perfect.
Sorry.
I mean, I don't hit it off line a lot, but I mean, I guess I could do that.
Right after this podcast, I'm going on Amazon. I'm buying about 6 rolls of lead tape. I'm going to be standing at the first tee at the club on Saturday morning. What's wrong? You slicing? Yeah. Give me $20. Give me that club. I'm going to throw a little bit of that shit on the hill. You're good. Next, what are you doing? You a hooker? Yeah, I'll put it on your toe. $20. You're good. You're going to have the best round of your life. Just start liquoring guys, drivers up with lead tape on Saturday morning.
You'd make a buttload.
That'd be the easiest brand you ever made. Just
$10.
Peel a 20. Here you go.
Here it is.
Play for 20. Here's 20. Yeah. And then in your game, just play an extra like 20 on the game.
And I'll take 10% of your winnings.
Done. Boom,
from here on out.
Boom.
Yeah, you guys see it's the driving range is out of bounds right on one. Let me throw a little bit of that on your heel. Get you off the tee. Get your round started. That's great.
Yep.
I had you said about tinkering. When I was younger, I would tinker a lot. I would have a grinder, and I would grind my own wedges just to mess around. Like there'd be, I have a rack 64-degree TaylorMade somewhere that has like negative bounce on it.
Yeah.
You could just lay it like a frying pan. I had a debacle when I was in California. I had a set of DCI, and it was
Oh yeah.
the black triangle, the players set, not the gold one, the players set. And I was tinkering, and I'm like, you know what? I wonder if I take like 2 inches off the length of my club, if I could hit it in the middle better, that I might be able to flight it down. And I had this whole theory about it, right? So I'm sitting there in the shop, all my grips are ripped off. I got the little thing winding it, and you're talking to people and winding it. Well, here, when I was younger, like in my early 20s, I may not have been as attentive to detail as I am now. And I absolutely ruined a round of golf at Sherwood Country Club. I went there with these things, haven't hit them, and I'm like, yeah, it's not going to be that big of a deal. I started hitting 7-iron like 129 yards.
Yeah, like the ball's going nowhere. Like,
And my 7-iron is shorter than my 9-iron, and I immediately realized that it may not have been a 2-inch cut on all the clubs. Like I may not have
God.
tightened the cutter, so as it's going, I had 4 inches off of one. I had a set that was an absolute disaster.
Oh,
I couldn't
no.
even sell it to anybody. I just had to scrap them. I think somebody ended up reshafting and taking them, but that was. I haven't experimented since. I really haven't done much other than with the driver. I got fit once at the Kingdom in TaylorMade, and that's when they did the movable weights. And they had the guy grab the driver, and he's like, "Here, I'm going to set you up in the what do you call it? Can't hook, won't fade setting." And I'm like, "Well, what's that?" So basically, you take whatever the driver is. It's a 10-degree driver. You turn it lower, and with TaylorMade, that opens the face, right? So you take it from a 10 to a 7.5 or whatever it is, and then you move the weights at the time. You move all the weights to the heel. So that helps close the face up a little faster. And the guy said, all you do is stand there and you try to hit a draw or a hook. And he said, he goes, you'll never hook it. And because you're trying to actively draw it, you'll never fade it. And it's just little 2-yard draw bullets all day long. It's a great setup. So that's the only thing I still do that with my drivers. But I just don't play enough. Oh yeah, I do. That's why I have 7.5, but the weights are different now, so I got to maybe get into some lead tape to get that back.
Hey, I know a guy
7.5 and still hitting it 100. He's got 140 peak with his driver.
No, it's 128 apex. But you got to hit it high, right?
Hey, I get it. I understand.
Yeah, it's all carry distance. Carry distance.
Listen, I was never. I had a guy. My first pro, the guy that I met, he was a master club maker, PGA guy, master club maker. That was his thing. He loved doing all of that. He made me a set of McGregor's that I played that were my first ever real set made for me. And I never tinkered with anything. He gave me a Mizuno 7-iron and a Mizuno 5-iron. MP14, the absolute knife. And he said, listen, when you're practicing, go hit this and go hit this, try and work it, do whatever, but try to hit the center of the face on these. So I tried to wear the center of the face out on all of those. And that was probably the best advice that I got for ball striking. Because if you missed it off the toe, if you hit it high, you hit it heel, it was awful. It felt awful. Yeah. So it helped me out. I never tinkered. Even Tony, he caddied for me. He'd be like, dude, what are you playing right now? What do you have? Look at your ball flight. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's just whatever. It's how I'm hitting it. He's like, dude, you got to stop this shit. Yeah. So I've never been one to throw lead tape on and do all this stuff. So I don't know. It's interesting to see that. Maybe next time I get up there, we might have to tinker. Might just have to throw lead tape all over everything.
This August, we're going to have a lead tape party.
So yes, dude,
I'm in.
I'm
let's
so
just get
happy.
on the range. Let's take a half day or an hour.
Can we borrow someone's track, man? Let's get some real talk. Let's get it
done.
Yeah, we can do that.
We'll test out the actual I'm gonna put 20 grams of lead tape on Andy's driver. We're gonna check the spin rate.
Dude, I would love to. I would love to see something that just comes out like dead flat.
Well, here's how you know. Here's how you know there's something to it, because you know how the 10K drivers came out last year. I think Ping had one, and I forget who else. But the highest, it's like the max MOI that you can have allowable by the USGA, which means this is the most forgiving driver across the base, right? To the legal limit. So that meant you cannot put any lead tape on this driver or it will become illegal.
Wow.
Because,
that's interesting.
Because as soon as you add lead tape to a club, you're increasing its MOI.
Okay.
So there's got to be something, you know? So let's get the track, man. Let's dial it.
I'm in. Just wrap my club head with lead tape. It's just wrap it up. People won't even know what the club head is. I'll just be like, I'm just playing something, and we'll just wrap it.
It's a McGregor 00.
Who cares?
Bringing it back.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Love it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get us off track, but
it
felt like a pretty good Friday little chat. So a little fireside chat, you know.
Love
it. I'm gonna try to dial this back. I'm still a little upset that everybody thinks that this is gonna be 500 or 700 par. Holy shit!
All right. Let's.
Jesus.
Yeah, we got it. We got it.
God.
Well, let's give an update. You ready for an update?
Absolutely,
Our picks. What do we have left? How many parlays did we butcher? So we have Duval. You've got 3 guys missed a cut. You had J Rose plus 14. Neiman got cut, and your this is fantastic. Your amateur to make the cut. Preston Summerhays was plus 18. Oh wait. Preston turned pro just for this event. So
take a bow, sir.
What an incredible situation. I give this guy so much props. He was an AM at the qualifier.
Yes. Comes in, turns pro, and finishes third to last. Congrats, Preston. You might want to have kept that A, buddy. Might want to have kept that A.
You know what? Me and Preston have a little bit in common there because I'm pretty sure I did the same thing.
Oh, jeez.
It wasn't at the U.S. Open, though.
So, Tony, do we think that is? Did he overtake Matt from Sweetens with this? Or do you think Matt still holds down the?
Bro, he's in the field.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Matt's definitely the quintessential
whiffer. He's a quintessential pick whiffer.
All right. Sorry, Matt. I tried to get you off the schneid, but
Jesus.
We're working on it.
This guy
it was funny because I had the list of amateurs from the USGA website, and I'm looking, I don't see Preston Summerhays here, but I don't want to say anything. I was just like, maybe
he was on my list as an am.
Was he really?
I guess it depends what site you pulled it from. Yeah, he was on my list as an amateur.
That's dirty, Tony. That's dirty.
I thought I had that information.
Oh, that deserves a little chest rub right there.
Yeah, that's the double-breasted.
You might as well just call a spade a spade. I mean, that's
that is dirty. All right.
Duval has 3 dogs in the fight yet. He has Henley at +2, Leishman at +6, and Hatton at +3. I had Straka. I got killed with Straka. We're picking early. I like to pick Wednesday night. So I sent this to you guys. I picked Straka.
What changed?
2 days later, here's what changed. An Instagram reel. These dudes that pick like NCAA tournament games, like when the bracket comes out, you see for the NCAA, guy will sit there and be like, the last 10 champions averaged over 80 points. So that eliminates this part of the field. And they whittle it down on all these stats that just conveniently fit what they're trying to do. And they go, this will be your NCAA winner based on the stats. Well, some guy did this with the U.S. Open. Went through all the different stats. You have to be top strokes gained, blah, 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 blah. Went all the way down, and who'd he get to? Straka as the champion.
Henley and Stracco were the last two in there.
So just burn my money because that never worked. I've never seen anybody ever do that and come out successful. If you have, send it to me because I'd like to see who you are.
I see what you did there.
So
Burn
terrible.
my money. That's funny.
Yes.
Good one.
Because I had Burn in the holster instead of him,
Pun
and I
intended.
went wrong. So Straka gone. My amateur Jackson Coven had it rolling. He was at +3 today for a long time and just limped his way to miss the cut by 1. And then my boy Bryson, love Bryson, +10. He's watching on TV. My dogs in the fight.
Bye,
Harris
Bryson.
English hung on. +7. Rom +4 and Brooksy +2 are my dogs still in the fight. And Tony looking great. His only person to miss the cut was the amateur, Mr. Lasso.
He was looking good too. What I don't understand.
He was at 4 over for the day, and then he blew up at the end. The only amateur to make the cut was Justin Hastings, 73 +6. So all the other amateurs.
I'm going to tell you right now, that's 2 good scores for an am.
Very good.
Like,
There's some pros on their private jet back home that would take that score right now.
Oh, I mean, also, can I just throw this out here?
Always.
Where are all the names?
What?
Where are all the names on the leaderboard?
Yeah, the star power isn't there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's not there. Well, how many did I name that missed a cut? I mean,
I know.
it's.
Are we losing viewer? Like, is this going to be one of those spots unless Scotty or like maybe Brooks or somebody makes? I mean, there's not even a guy. If you look at the leaderboard, there's not even a guy down at like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that if they make a run and it's some historic run that people are like, let's watch this on Father's Day and do the whole deal. You know what I mean? Like, other than Scotty, like you go down the whole entire list, like Jordan Spieth, maybe, who's at +5, if he makes a run. Like, that's maybe the only other guy that people want to watch.
I don't know. I don't have the whole leaderboard in front of me, but I would think Brooks, Rom, Scotty all move the needle on a Sunday to watch.
I guess Morikawa, he's there. But, like, I mean, Rom, yeah, sure.
I think a lot of people are just turning into what you've been trying to preach the entire time. People got to turn in.
Yes.
It's Father's Day.
It's the carnage.
They did their picnic. They get to watch it. It goes through 8 o'clock at night. They get to watch a carnage.
Yeah, and they're gonna watch guys shoot 2 over par to win.
Yeah, I don't know about that. 66. Tony's dogs in the fight. He's got Scotty at +4, Adam Scott even, Fitzpatrick +7, Goddard, and Fatty Reed made it right on the number with an albatross +7.
With the Albie.
Looking good.
I got to tell you, Tony, Adam Scott pick is, I mean, I understand it, but I got to give you a lot of props for him to be where he is. With
Don't give me too much props. Sam Burns was my next person on my list.
Dude, Burns, as Mike said, has been burning everybody on here because he's been in the mix with all of it. So, you know, he shot 64, 63 to finish at Canada, which was a phenomenal final round because
I would love to know how many times somebody has been the runner-up the week prior and then went on to win the next week. I feel like it happens a lot.
In a major or just in a tournament?
No, just in general.
Yeah, in a general.
In general, I could see that, yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I faded Burns on this. I was like, I don't know. He's really hot, playing well. He's in good form, but I don't know. It doesn't really translate a lot of times.
I think they made a stat today that Tiger Woods is the only #1 ranked player in the world to come into the U.S. Open as a #1 ranked player and win.
No way.
That's
a pretty cool stat.
I'm pretty sure that was the stat that they said because they were talking about Scheffler on the range and all this. Wow. Like, if you think about another U.S. Open, like I don't really know who else would be a #1 pick going into it.
Yeah, I'm going back through the Rolodex in my mind right now. Yeah. I'm just trying to think about U.S. Open winners.
All the way to like 90. Like, go back all the way through. Like, you've got
Jeff Ogilvy.
Where was Dustin Johnson when he won?
He was close.
I don't know if Dustin Johnson was he ever number one in the
In
world?
2016, I
Definitely.
don't think DJ was.
Really? I didn't know that.
He,
No,
he,
I
he definitely spent
honestly
some
don't
time
know.
at number one, I think.
Maybe when he won the Open,
I
he
thought
went to number one.
maybe that was
Oh
it.
my God, he spent 135 weeks at number one in the world.
Backtrack. He's the
What year was that?
quintessential.
No, but I don't think he was number one in the world when he won.
No,
No, I don't think so either.
that might have
Like
gotten
he
him there,
was.
like Mike said. Yeah,
I think he was number one when he three-putted his loss at that
to Brooks.
dog track out in California to Spieth.
Oh,
And then I think he was number one when he grounded his club in the bunker and they called it on him. Right?
Oh yeah, at Aaron Hills, right?
Aaron Hills.
Right. Yeah,
And then they changed that rule for the next time they played. They said all the bunkers were
waste areas.
waste areas or something like that, so it didn't happen again.
I mean,
Yeah.
he,
Yeah, like. Go ahead.
yeah.
No,
That,
I was just going to say our only parlay that has a chance right now, gentlemen, is the top 40, which is a good one, by the way. It's a good one. I forgot to get the odds before we came on, but we'll be doing the money dance with this bad boy. We have the finish in the top 40, Leishman, who's a T46 right now. Goddard, I don't know where Goddard finished, but he was like +5 or 6, I think. So he's probably right around Leishman. And then Brooksy is tied for 10th. So we have a decent, and of all of our parlays, I think that was the yummiest odds
nice.
that we had when we did it. So that's the one that's still alive. I'll be looking for a cash out opportunity on Sunday morning before the carnage happens.
So I'm telling you right now, like. Whatever.
We're
Yeah, so it should be
single-handedly gonna cancel cash outs for golf bets.
Oh yeah, I know.
They're gonna.
Some news for me. I was in between picking. I think it was. Wait, let me look at my list. Let me get this right. I always like to try to be accurate when I can. Yeah, I went with Brooks Koepka, and I almost picked Justin Lauer over him. So Justin 83, 84 plus 27. I made a good call there. I was happy with that one. And then a question for both of you guys. U.S. Open. Right now, you put on your shoes, you go play Oakmont. Are you beating George Dugongaman, who fired 86, 89 plus 35 last place? Are either of you beating George
Hell
going
no.
to tee it up right now at Oakmont?
Hell
And he's in
no.
last place. Would you beat either one of his rounds?
No chance. Probably.
Would you?
I think I could.
Would you beat
break
89?
I think I could break 89.
That's 19 over.
I think I could break 89, and that's and I'm getting dicey. I mean, I think I could break 89.
Well, you just saw Bob Ford at the range. You think you could set it up where you could fly in there on Monday and see maybe get it done? Go play the media round on the Sunday pins?
I mean, I could definitely just catch a flight and try to show up. And see if it
Hi,
happens.
I'm from 1 Foot Drive.
I could definitely do that.
Yeah, we'll get you
Sorry,
some
who are you?
logoed merchandise, a shirt and a hat. Tell them you know
Tony.
Bob Ford.
Yeah,
I saw
Tony,
Bob Ford at the driving range.
make me a fake media pass. You can do that.
Oh, easy.
I know you've got that
Done.
in you. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Let's see if we can do it.
I like it.
That's hilarious.
I mean, I just shot 77 at a public track down here. I don't know if 89 is going to be good.
89 at Oakmont, 7,300 yard. Would you hit driver on the par 3? 300 yards, 289. You hitting driver? You hitting 3-wood and just leaving it short?
Oh, I'm hitting 3-wood and getting it there.
yeah, I was gonna say I hit 3-wood into 11 today. Got it there.
Yeah, I'm hitting 3-wood and getting it there
Let's
for
go.
sure. Flies.
Tony, that was a north wind today.
Let's go. Pounded it.
So 11 is downwind.
Yeah, baby. They're playing
Yeah,
in the
no,
dome.
No, I'm playing. I'm literally flying that thing probably.
It's perfect conditions.
So 289 middle. So that means it's 270 front, 265 front.
Yeah.
I'm trying to land that thing 255 yards, 50 yards. I might even be able to trap draw a 7-wood there.
Ooh, no chance.
So, I mean,
we're gonna break out the flight scope in August.
I'm just telling you.
Let me get the
I don't think
needle
any
here.
of those are
If we
carry
get the
distance.
release, I might be able to trap draw a 7-wood. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean,
How much?
the way I would play the hole is I'm hitting driver just past the forward tee, and then I probably hit a knockdown gap wedge in from like 89 yards or something.
what
That
do you
would be
really
my-
what do you really think you would shoot, truthfully, right now?
Right now at Oakmont,
Yep.
if I could take a golf cart, I couldn't walk it. I could
Yeah.
tell you that right now. I would
Yeah.
not, even with a caddy, it'd be challenging if it was high 80s and humid.
So DQ'd.
There's not enough hot dogs to get me around. But if I had a golf cart, I think 95 would be my target score.
It's pretty good.
Realistically, I think I could keep it under 100. I would hope I could break 90, but I think the greens are just so fast and it would just be incredible. Like, I know a guy that went to play Oakmont and he was on the putting green and he was talking to a guy and he dropped his golf balls by his feet and he's talking to the guy like da 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 da, and he looked down to go putt. And here they had rolled 50 feet off the green down. All three golf balls rolled off the green, and he didn't even know what was going on. And the member was laughing at him
That's funny.
because he watched it happen. So I think, while hopeful I could keep it, I would think I would break 90. I think 95 is a good number.
Is there any chance that we can finagle around knowing anybody to get out there and play?
Zero chance.
Truthfully.
Golf is a small community. If you have a hookup, hit our comments.
Yes.
We will give us the hookup. We will live cast our round, shot by shot. We'll have all
GoPros,
acros,
everything. Yes.
Yep, acros.
If you have any opportunity, please shoot us a message and let us know.
Yep, and if you give me a handicap placard so I can take a cart, it would be awesome.
We'll get you one of those surfboard things. If
Oh,
they don't
yeah,
have
that'd be
carts, We'll get
sweet.
you one of the surfboard
Yeah, I
ones.
could do that.
That would be sweet.
I would,
Going over
you
the
could
turnpike
definitely
on the bridge would be kind of sketchy, but
like,
that's all right.
So
over under
make
Mike.
it happen.
Mike makes it all the way around without falling. No chance.
So I gotta
Oh,
ask you, how many club throws do you think you'd have, or club slams?
That's not something we really disclose on a
It's a family show.
on a podcast.
It's a family
like that.
program.
We got junior golfers looking up to us as role models. I don't,
Well, the reason I ask is because
I'm an AM now. I can say it.
Yeah, you can.
Go ahead.
the reason I ask is because did you see Rory's little blow up?
Oh no! Did he actually throw one?
No, he didn't throw a club, but he smashed a tee marker.
No way.
Yes.
Did it shatter?
Oh yeah.
Oh my, no way! Did he really?
Did I not send it to you guys?
No.
I'm sorry.
If you did, I haven't really checked my.
T marker.
Unless I got hosed and it
That'd
was
be
like
great.
from an old one or something.
That would explain why he didn't talk to the media.
But yeah, he actually gave it a good wallop. I was proud of him. He gave it a good whack, and he wasn't holding back on that one.
Sky Sports. Oh, it won't let me get it.
You got to
Well,
subscribe.
you got to go look it up, Mike. It's
Sky.
All right, I will.
it's actually got some juice to it.
I enjoy it. Well, it's about time he actually, if you're gonna do that, go ahead and do it. Like, he had a couple club throws which were just terrible. Like, if you're gonna club throw, get into it, man.
Yes.
Whoa, he got a full-blown club throw on 12 today as well. He broke a T marker on 17, and he over the shoulder humchucked one down the fairway.
Oh wow, I missed that.
I just looked it up.
Send it to me. Love it.
Oh my! Like a good that's a good 30, 40-yard throw.
Well, I'm proud of
Good.
Rory.
Hey,
It's about
he's
Good for
time.
him, man.
He must have been
These
working
last
on
two
it.
club throws have been terrible. They've been terrible. So if you're gonna do it, you're gonna catch the flack either way. Just do it, man.
Do you
Let
think
the
he
steam
saw our
out.
pod?
Absolutely.
Definitely. How could he have not?
They see everything.
We're everywhere.
I mean,
I've tagged him in so much stuff that
I mean-
I'm shocked he has not seen our pod.
well, I've had a
I
couple
mean-
requests for interview, but he's not talking to media right now, so understandably he's not getting back to us. But, Yeah. I mean,
how do I
all
get,
the views
how do I
we
send
get.
this? How do I send this?
Yeah, you'll figure it out.
I gotcha.
Bless your heart.
All right,
Don't-
gentlemen.
don't-
Well,
don't
we're in
start,
for a
Tony.
good. We're in for a good weekend.
I think it's gonna be a great weekend.
Should be
Yeah.
a good finish. The boys should get it under par.
We got to figure
Should
out
be
what
great.
we're betting on this final score here, Andy.
We will.
I mean, let me know if you want to put it in here so it's recorded.
Leave it in the comments. What should we wager?
Mhm.
What's a good wager for this?
And I'm saying that there's zero chance that it's -5 winner.
-5 or better. I'll take it.
I just saying under par. So I got even to -4. And Andy's got over par.
All right, Tony. All right, Tony.
Somehow Mike slid in between us.
Yeah, he literally
He
went
was
from,
8.
He went from
That's
I
what
thought
we've
it was
been doing.
8. I thought it was 8.
Did you not listen to the podcast tonight? I revised. I said between 3 and 5. Between 3 and 5.
There's a veteran play
Unbelievable.
to slip in there.
I
It's
revised.
a veteran play. Oh boy! All right. Always a
All right,
pleasure.
gentlemen.
Anyways.
Yes.
Anything else for the good of the order, guys?
That's it.
I don't think so.
Man.
Hey, everybody, great
I got
Father's Day.
Yes. Hey, happy
Moms,
Father's Day to
dads,
you guys.
kids, everybody. Tony, I
I've got-
appreciate it. Michael,
Yeah.
touche.
Yeah, I've got one big update for you if you want.
Oh, Jesus. Yes, please.
Do you put either of you boys look up Love Island?
No.
Oh, geez. 3 new bombshells are on there, man. And the
Really?
girls, next episode, the girls get to vote, and one of the guys is out. It's over. One of the guys is off the island. So look it up.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
I'm already in.
I'm on the edge
already
of
in.
my seat.
You're already in? Yeah. 3 new bombshells last episode. I know I touched on it last time. I just want to keep everybody up to date
Holy
with the happenings.
jeez.
All right.
Boys.
It's a family show.
Yeah, you definitely want to check your kids before they watch. Maybe have an age limit or a bedtime notice.
You don't
on
watch this
a
with
show
your
like
kids?
I mean,
that. We actually do as a family. It's a family show for us.
jeez, what a treat. What a treat. Holy
It is a family
moly,
show.
guys.
A little something for
It's one of
everybody.
the- Yeah,
Tony, I literally I put it out there. I'm hoping Love Island comes back and approaches us in response to what I put out earlier today. I think you would look great with your shirt off and a guitar around you
My
next to one of these fine
my
young
4.5 pack.
women. That's you can get it to a 6 by then.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
yeah. You have to be in next year's
Listen,
episode, so you have
It's
some
like-
time to work on
Listen.
it.
You're gonna have to cut the pod beers,
Oh,
but that's
yes.
just
That's
that's part of what's
unacceptable.
going on.
Can't do it.
I agree.
Can't do it.
You
I
just got to
agree.
go to something without any calories. That's
Draw
all.
the line
You
there.
have to go to like
Tequila soda.
yeah,
Done.
something.
65 calories.
Got it. He's got it written down. I love it.
I
Yeah,
did. I got
that's-
dial.
Oh, it's
You should see Love Island UK. Holy. Guys,
All
I gotta go.
right.
I got some research.
All right. Happy Father's Day, gentlemen.
Father's Day.
Enjoy the Open.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Cheers.